Nairobi, all of us have several mechanics that we, for specific things, you normally go to them for that. So what will prevent me, that to ensure that consistently, I book through you as opposed to just me calling the mechanic. That once you unlock that value add for me as a client, if it's authentic parts or whatever it is, once you unlock it for me as a client, then there's clear value proposition. But for now, I can just choose if I'm somewhere and my car breaks down.
How do you, it's called stickiness, so how do you make sure that your app is sticky enough that once I get a mechanic from you, I will still come back onto the app? Or is it the mechanic, because owning a car, most of the time you take the car to the mechanic and they deal with everything. So is that solution for me as a user, or is that a solution for the mechanic to get their spare parts as well? I was just thinking.
I mean, just again to also identify with the comments of my colleagues, and also to say that that's a powerful presentation. I think that's the way to do it. I think we should keep that tone. Good job with that. And the other thing is, it doesn't have to be one problem. So you can have one big problem, but also have other layers, other small problems. Like you said, there's the issue of people not able to identify maybe where these mechanics are. There's the other big problem of, mechanics, with all due respect, a number of them are quite dodgy these days. People have lost parts of their vehicles while they're trying to fix other parts of the same vehicle, So maybe you need to clearly point out what are the specific problems that you're trying to address using your business idea. But otherwise, personally, I'm quite impressed with the passion, perhaps more than even the model itself. So thank you so much. Sikupigia makofi lakini.
Thank you so much for the positive feedback. We feel very encouraged. Okay, so I'll start addressing why would we feel more sticky, as you use the term. So through our app, when the mechanic is signing in, there is a policy agreement. The same applies to the user. And that's why we were bringing in certification, but we'll now partner with the certifying schools. Through this policy agreement, you are held responsible in case you happen to steal this person's car, so the customer feels safe. They are a reliable option.
Yes, there is the problem. There is the question of whether. Yes, there is the question of whether it will be free or cost effective, or will it cost the mechanic for the application and everything. We shall offer it free of charge for the mechanics, so that we empower more mechanics to join our platform. We empower those who are not certified to come and offer our services to all people around the country. And then what prevents them from getting the number and then calling them later? Now here comes a problem. When you take the number, next time you call them without contacting us, in case the mechanic messes up with your vehicle or does a shoddy job, then you need to come through us. So that will be between the two of you. But once the mechanic has been acquired through us, we have a way of following up. Whether there is a problem that arises, we shall help the client to come up with a solution. Thank you. And we hope to see you next level.
They've indeed set the pace, just as their name, the pace setters. Let us appreciate them. Man, I'm telling you how you present and how you brand yourself here matters a lot. You can tell from the dress in black and white, all of them.
Matching the app.
Exactly. The World Movement for Social Impact. The World Movement for Social Impact. Well, again, the World Movement for Social Impact. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the Farm Chain Group.
to UNICEF, last year, from November to December, the Kenyan export grew by 4 billion Kenya shilling, with the agricultural sector at the top. Thus, we're expecting farmers to be financially stable. But unfortunately, farmers are among the low-income earners in Kenya. Why? Middlemen. For instance, a farmer who grows cabbages is forced to sell a cabbage for 10 Kenya shilling, which is an undervalued price. And after a chain of supply, the same cabbage is sold to the consumer for 50 Kenya shilling, which is an overvalued price, thus inconveniencing both the farmer and the consumer. That's why we've come up with a solution called farm chain.
Now, farm chain is a web-based application that implements blockchain technology to decentralize farming. This reduces the optimizes the overhead price by getting rid of the middlemen. It also enables stakeholders like market and supply industries, which can be seed and fertilizer industries, to invest heavily on this platform without worry of losing much of their investment.
How it works. The platform works whereby we implement smart contracts on top of Ethereum blockchain, whereby stakeholders apply through this platform by electronic tenders. The smart contracts connect the stakeholders together and connect them to a chain. Where our impact in this solution is in that we will have no food wastage, as the food can be traced from the source to the consumer.
Under the impact, our main objective will be to industrialize the rural areas.
Also, we'll be able to increase employment.
The business model. Our business model, we implement a coin called Farmcoin. In this coin, the consumer can either choose to buy the shares of the company in form of crops, in which he can choose to receive in monthly basis the crops, or he can choose to receive the form of payments after the end of the month. This will help us to fund our project. Yeah.
Also, we will have an annual subscription of the stakeholder and a transaction fee through the platform. This transaction fee will be paid by the farmer, whereas the annual subscription will be for the supplier.
be able to trace back certain issues to them. So because I would pay more for an organic cabbage, you'll see more people paying for. They'll pay more because they know that that farm hasn't used synthetic fertilizers. So for me, the blockchain aspect comes down to traceability. Then I would pay more, knowing that this farm has been more meaningful in how we reviewing smart compatibility. Because the farmer in Muranga didn't care about this. They want to sell their cabbage at a good price, right? And I want people to give me good cabbage at the end of the day. So the technicalities of the blockchain take our time, but let's understand the business.
So we need maybe the audience, if there's anybody a question, then let's
What's the product? Also, if you could just give, just a summary of what exactly the product is. Because I think I've got so many things that you're trying to do, but I really don't understand exactly the product.
The product is farm product. Any type of farmer can enter through our platform, whereby they will be supplied with fertilizers, seed companies, even though they don't have the capital to do so. They won't get the capital. They'll get the money will be paid back to the supply chain companies after the transaction has been issued from the market to the farm. And before the money is issued to the farmer, the smart contract will execute while deducting each money, giving each person his own tax.
Maybe let me say this. Before the farmer gets into the system, he or she must have a pre-contract with this supplier together with markets. So the farmer doesn't need to acquire them. So he or she will be supplied with what he needs. Like the fertilizer, farm, if he is interested but doesn't have.
So the product is for the farmer.
Yeah,
The
the
farmer
farmer.
has to come to you, for instance, when an aggregate or
Like a product, like a farm product.
okay, so they have to say I have names, so I come to the platform and say I have.
They don't actually have to wait that product at that time.
No, I'm assuming I'm planting it this year.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So I say I'm expecting to have what is that good news by the end of the year?
If that is the case, you already have the product and you are interested in joining the system, then that means you don't need the analyzers and whatever, you produce it on your own. So the system, what the system will do is just connect you to the market.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
But you also provide farming.
We are providing, if the farmer is interested, we can provide farm, we can have a farm owners, like an audience chain. Fertilizer industry or seed industry block. So when this farmer is interested, once he or she joins, he is guaranteed to get the seeds, let's say for me. And the market is already set. For that to work, we have a pre-contract side first. That the farmer is to be paid once the product is acquired, the final product has been acquired by the market. And maybe if he acquired, he got the supply and credit. Supplier has to be paid first. Then the farmer is paid the product.
Are you guys developers?
Yeah.
So focus on understanding the project. I work with devs and I know our passion for tech side of things, but then the project side of things becomes intensive time. So just define a bit what exact pain point are you solving for the farmer, and then what pain point are you solving for the supplier, and then how do you bring them together? The technical side of the easy part. Once we figure this two things, I think we can
So there's nothing like if they want.
they want.
Because if you give everyone, it's possible to product out there. So it can't be that if someone wants,
Let's appreciate them. Appreciate them. The World Movement for Social Impact. Yeah. The World Movement for Social Impact. Yeah. The World Movement for Social Impact is here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. The next group to present is the Mashuja. Mashuja, can you do it? If you're not ready, when we give you another chance, you'll be so tight. So the Mashuja will proceed to the power for you. The Mashuja of the power for you. The Mashuja, the powerful, when it is your time to present, you'll be so strict on the time because you're doing the opportunity right now and you're kind of relaxed. So you're proceeding the next group, which is speeches. Before they present, I'll welcome the former campus director for Hultprize, Patricia Matibu.
Okay, hi everyone, good morning. Yes, but I'm actually here as the timekeeper. I'm honestly not pleased with how we're moving. So, teams, please be strict with time and judges too. Yeah, so when the time is up and you would like to ask more questions, we'll actually give you time later after done with the pitching where we will ask you to call at least maybe 4 teams. It doesn't have to be the teams that are best or just call the teams that you feel like you need to hear more from them before you make your final decision. Thank you.
Pinkies, we're waiting for you. We are waiting for either Pinkies, Mashuja, or the powerful you. I don't know. How the tension? Let's stand, all of us. Let's stand, apart from the judges. Let's stand. move a little bit from where you seated to another position, and then come back to where you seated. One face. Give me some music. And the Mashuja group is now ready. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the Mashuja. And let's hope to see the Shujas in them.
Good afternoon. I am Jabez and we are the Mashuja. So here with me I have student class. Education is the future. We've been hearing this since ages, since time. Our parents saying education is the future, and it's true, for sure it's the future. My father has a brother who didn't go to school, and then the son had to be, like, school fees just had to be sourced from somewhere. But for my dad who went to school, he was able to provide for me and my siblings money for school fees. But from my classmates, I hear day in, day out that they're not that psyched about school anymore. They're not, they hear a person in first class being
download our Student Plus app. Then you will be able to log in, create your own account, and state your area of problem where you study, what you study.
I think for the Hultprize is creating jobs. How do we create jobs? We create jobs through the graduates who are there who don't have the jobs. We create jobs using the TVETs, the graduates, the lecturers, the teachers, even directly and indirectly. The drivers who will take us to the events, the people sourcing the chairs and everything, event organizers will be a big thing.
In the marketing system, we are talking about how we bring the students.
How does this support CBC?
Why do you think unemployment increases? The quality of education is poor. In my class we are 300 and you find that we at times get into a 40 capacity room to be taught, and it only has a whiteboard. So it only has a whiteboard, and that sometimes the pen isn't working. The education isn't as far, and we are at a university in Kenya, one of the known ones. What our platform does is we simply link the people who want to be educated with the people who are doing the education in a simple way, using an app, small platform. You simply log into the app and you are connected. Lecturers get their students there. That's it. But you know, this time the lecturers audio, high quality video, records what he's doing. And I, as a student, I'm not getting it when I'm in class. But if I can go walk out of class and get that lecture, rewind it, understand, get the resources straight from the lecturer, with equality, I will improve. I will know what I'm doing.
So then what is the value for the lecturer because again, obviously, a class here is that's what it is.
Help me appreciate the march of young people. The World Movement for Social Change
is here.
The World Movement for Social Change
is here.
One more time. The World Movement for Social Change
is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the Pinkies. The Pinkies are going to be followed by the Power for You. Then after that, we are going to have some time for entertainment a little bit, then we'll come back.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are Pinkies. My name is
Thomas what?
Miriam Kabono.
Abrema Mujo.
Now, globalization has led to changes and developments never seen before. Some good, like improved medicine, improved infrastructure, and developed transport and agriculture. However, on the downside, there has been wars to claim millions of lives, such as increased diseases, global warming, and climate change. Now, 6% of food
by going through our history, we have found that most of the people of the past were using natural products such as avocados and pure natural honey for their hair. Economists were taking the avocados and harvesting it and peeling it and mashing it for the natural luster of hair. So today, these processes are not used because there is replacement of processed products that are not good for the scalp. This is where Pinkies come in. We obtain the avocados that are spoiled, or else those ones that are not sold, and extract avocado oil to get an element called biotin, which is used to produce 100% of organic shampoo.
Now, profit-driven companies produce many toxic hair products and 70% of them are petroleum-based, and they use chemicals that affect the scalp and the hair, and later on lead to other health problems. Now, apart from that, organic hair products are expensive and not affordable, and there's a lot of bias in the cosmetics industry because 90% of hair products in the supermarkets or in the beauty shops are imported, and this is killing our local economy, and it is having a bad impact on livelihoods.
Why Pinkies? We use natural products, it is affordable, it is a local solution, and all the products that we use are good for the scalp.
Our go-to-market strategy. We are planning on reaching we're planning on reaching the markets and going globally from the salon to the person selling at the market. Also, our go-to-market strategy, we're focusing on work recruitment, whereby we get the people who are going to work for us from the peeling of the avocados to the mashing of the avocados, and the people who are going to process it and package it, then send it to the people to consume.
The global shampoo market is worth $30 billion, and as of 2019, the organic shampoo market was valued at $8.94 billion. We are tapping into the African market, where we are targeting a total customer base of 21.7 million customers, which will be. We are tapping into African market, where we are targeting a total of 21.7 million customers, which is about $14.8 billion of Kenyan shillings.
Our team consists of, my name is Linet Mumo, I'm the CEO and founder, and having a background in the salon industry for the past 1 year.
I'm Thomas Kumwak, graphics designer, and currently working on the video version.
Miriam, Chief Product Officer with a background in analytical chemistry.
I'm Raymond Mutua, Head of Finance, currently doing Bachelor of Science in Economics.
I'll invite the judges to give their compliments and comments.
Mine is not a question, but it's an introductory remark that you're giving about globalization. It's convoluted. You're saying so many things which are not necessarily related to globalization. So you might want to refine that so that you know how you introduce yourself also helps people to follow through or walk with you. So just make sure that whatever you're talking about globalization, people don't dismiss you immediately. Because otherwise people will shut down when you say, for example, some of the examples you're giving about globalization. People can really say, maybe they know what they're talking about. So just refine that. And also the bit on jobs, the number of jobs that you're going to create. Again, I mean, it is a good idea that you're pointing out that you're going to create jobs. You might want to bring out that more strongly, with more specific maybe numbers or levels or spaces where you hope to create jobs, other than just saying mashing of avocados. You know, what exactly do you mean in terms of job creation? Otherwise, good job.
Thank you so much. Good job because you look very smart. Just get the confidence and shoot it out, okay? Graphic designer, you have it, okay? Now, I wanted to ask about this. Is this the product? Or the pink, what's the pink thing? The shampoo. Oh, good. I didn't know, like I heard of avocado and then also, you have a very good idea. Personally, I see money in your idea. I see business. Just package it well, okay? Thank you.
For me, I like the idea. But what I wanted to know is more of competition. What other people are doing in terms of the product that is in the market. Because I'm sure if you are thinking of smashing the avocado, someone else have thought about it and they're already in the market. Have you done the research? Have you gotten, because already I can see you have a product. Have you approached the customer? What are they saying about the product and all that?
Are you already in market? Are you selling it?
Not yet.
We are not yet in market. The product is not poisonous. We have its pH. It's well enough that it can be used for the scalp. About competition, other customers. Okay, it's our first product. We have these two 500 ml bottles, which we are hoping to sell soon.
Competition. Who is your competitor? How do you compare?
Talking of competitors, we have, for example, Sedoso, it's a new company. We have Nice and Loud, it's a new company. Oh, sorry. It's an existing company. So, what they're giving us, for example, Nice and Loud, they have given us the avocado shampoo separately. What for hair growth, and we have that in one of our products here. So what they're giving you as part of, instead of buying, going to the cosmetic shop, buying 2 different shampoos for your hair growth and the other one for break your scalp, we have that in our product.
Thank you. Time is up.
Let me appreciate that. The World Movement for Social Impact.
Yeah.
The World Movement for Social Impact.
Yeah.
I've also loved their presentation, but for a moment, I was stuck on the point whether it's mashing or smashing avocados. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the Power for You group.
Good afternoon. We are the Power for You, and I'm into engineering, doing electrical and telecommunication engineering.
I'm Peter Temoshori, doing information technology.
I'm James Maige, doing analytical chemistry. Did you know that more than 20% of businesses fails in manufacturing businesses fails in Kenya in their first year? This is due, most of them fails due to higher electricity cost. High electricity cost. And in Kenya,